Mr. Trump could promise to use his building skills to build a temple.
We'll all see the building of the third temple in Jerusalem very soon. And we honor our President Trump for what he has done for Jerusalem and for the Jewish people.
So we have the priest, we have the red heifer, we have the land, and we have everything ready.
Ideas are becoming a reality.
Temple Institute and the Sanhedrin have been actively preparing for the construction of the third temple in Jerusalem. In this video you can see they are discussing the location where to build the third temple. Some Jewish rabbis suggest building the third temple next to the Dome of the Rock. This is well supported by Israel Minister of Defense saying a synagogue should be built next to Al-Aqsa Mosque so that the Jews can also pray, not just Muslim. But the Temple Institute officials who have been preparing the third temple construction believe that the third temple must be built where the first and the second temple once stood. That is exactly on the Temple Mount. Jews have been digging tunnels under the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound since the early 1980s to find remains of the second temple and prepare for the third temple. They've dug 64 tunnels, with many on the western side, putting the mosque at risk of collapse. This has really worried Muslims and international observers, who fear that continued digging could cause the mosque to collapse. Jews believe that if they were allowed, they could build the third temple in less than a month. So, why haven't they started? The simple reason is that it's not safe and secure. They fear that if they build it now, it could be destroyed again, just like the first and second temples. They want the third temple to last forever. But before that, they need to eliminate any threats to the Jewish state and the temple. Right now, they're fighting for their rights and their temple. Listen to this army explain their wishes and ambitions.
And one day our true leader will come and we'll be united as a whole Jewish nation so we can rebuild the Beit HaMikdash.
The current Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has shown strong interest in building the third temple. Although the official policy is to maintain the status quo, several officials, including Netanyahu, have expressed support for the idea. This is part of a broader effort to assert Israeli control over Jerusalem and the Temple Mount. The government's stance reflects their desire to fulfill biblical prophecy and strengthen Jewish identity. Pete Hegseth, the U.S. Secretary of Defense, strongly supports building the third temple on the Temple Mount. In a speech, he said there's no reason why it couldn't happen soon, highlighting the progress made so far. Hegseth believes this could fulfill biblical prophecy and strengthen Jewish identity. He also encouraged Israel to use the current political climate to achieve their goals.
And there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
Many see the current U.S. President Donald Trump as a key player in this effort because of his strong support for Israel. Trump has also expressed interest in rebuilding Gaza, calling it a big real estate site.
Ownership position, and I see it bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East and maybe the entire Middle East.
There's speculation that Trump could take over the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound and turn it into an international site. Some believe Trump could be the one to make the third temple a reality. Just wait and see, as we might be witnessing the second coming of Donald Trump. Take a look at the red heifer situation now. Many see 2025 as a significant year for the potential sacrifice of these heifers. The red heifers brought from Texas in 2022 have now reached the required age for the ritual, and there's growing anticipation that the sacrifice might happen this year. Temple Institute officials are working hard to choose one perfect red heifer, as 2 were disqualified last year. Out of the 5 heifers from Texas, 3 were disqualified due to white hairs, leaving 2 viable candidates, and the remaining heifers are carefully monitored to ensure they meet the strict criteria.
It's an honor to be here with the first Jewish president of the United States.
Based on the current situation, many believe that Trump will set the first stone for the third temple construction. You know, the Jews believe that whoever built the third temple, he is the Messiah. That is why Jews never believe in Jesus as Messiah, because he failed to build the third temple.
Presented to President Donald J. Trump for his extraordinary and heroic efforts. I like that very much.
Will Trump be Jewish Messiah or even be the king of the Jews? Leave in a comment.